This is Matthew Klein Cater. You're listening to the BBYK podcast.
Aloha, Internet. This is Viet Duan, and welcome back to another edition of Face the Facts, a series where we interview professional athletes and ask them the tough questions dogs like Luke Thomas are too busy staying frosty to ask. Now, some people say to us, wow, you guys are so brave, it's actually scaring our ears. And to them, we say, just like Doritos, this podcast is for the bold. Also, Doritos, where's our sponsorship at? This is true investigative podcasting, and we ask the hard-hitting questions like, what is your favorite candy bar? We know our tenaciousness might scare off some folks, which is why we respect anybody that has the cojones to come onto our show and chat with us. Which brings us to this episode's guest. And I have to be honest, I was a bit apprehensive about this one. We are joined by professional bodybuilder and internet personality, Mr. Matthew Klein Cater. We talk about lifting heavy, making money, and fighting champions. This was a good one. Matthew was a bit more candid and forthcoming than I was anticipating. It was great. Enjoy. All right, cool, man. You ready to do this thing?
Yeah. Feel free to ask anything, man. I'm not scared of whatever you want to. Even if it's controversial, ask your questions. Don't worry about it.
I love it. I love that attitude. All right, guys. We are joined by professional bodybuilder and internet personality Matthew Klein Cater. Matt, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Thanks for having me.
Now, if you looked at your social media, you checked it out before this whole Cody Garbrandt thing, a lot of it was workout related, sort of workout motivational type post. Lately, it has been dominated by No Love. Now we're gonna get into that in a bit, but I kind of want to get to know you a little bit more. Now, your father, Wahid Cater, he was an actor. Growing up,
Yeah.
Did you ever want to follow in his footsteps and do that yourself, become an actor yourself?
Yeah, I did a little bit. Like when I was 19, I dabbled with it a little bit. I did a couple little things in Hollywood, and my dad passed away about 2 years after that, so it kind of changed everything. I was the oldest in the family, so I had to take over that role and be like the man of the house. So yeah, we had to kind of put that stuff on hold, and it kind of didn't happen, because then I started raised my family, and then got into the fitness field, and I just kept pursuing that.
Now, obviously, you're a bodybuilder now. You said you got into fitness. When did that happen, and when did you make the decision to pursue this as a career?
So I've been like lifting since I was in high school, and I was like going to the gym every day. And when I was about maybe, 2010, I had a business actually, and I was doing construction. I didn't like it, wasn't happy in that field. It was good money, but I just didn't enjoy doing it. I didn't have any passion for that industry, and I had always had a passion for fitness. So about 2010, I really got serious, dialed in my diet, and I lived that lifestyle, fitness lifestyle. And I got into this. There was somebody I was doing business with, and he wanted to start a brand, and he wanted me to be, one of the main athletes. So we made a deal, and I was the initial athlete on the brand. And yeah, so since 2010, I just been doing the fitness stuff. How I make my money is I do photo shoots, appearances, basically just all social media related posts and all that. I'm really actually a positive person. I don't like all this negative bullshit, but we'll get into that. So.
Oh, for sure. I think that's something that I really noticed. In terms of self-promotion, you're very skilled at that. That company that you were talking about, were you talking about Rock Hard Body?
Yes, Rock Hard Body.
Okay, yeah, it says officially you're one of their sponsored athletes. It looks like you may be a little bit more involved in that. Are you actually like an investor or a co-owner in that company?
No, I'm not an owner, but like I said, I know the guy who started the company. So he was the one. He was actually in the construction field with me, and he would see me like coming in with my cutoffs looking good, and he would just be. He's an older guy, so he would be like, "Man, why are you doing this? You know, like you look like you like fitness. I don't see you. I don't know why you're doing the construction business." And I was like, "Yeah, man, I don't know." I was like, "I'm already in it, and I'm making good money. This is how I support my family." And he was like, "Well, let's talk about some let's get into the fitness world." And he was the one who invested in it, and he was like, "I want you to represent it." So I always had a big following on social media. Back in those days, it was like MySpace, and then transition to Twitter and Instagram, where we are today. So yeah, I mean, I love the brand. I love Rock Hard Body. I use the product. And yeah, but no, I don't have. I'm just on a contract. I don't make any more money by any type of promotion or anything like that.
Well, for sure, your social media game is on point, my friend. Rock Hard Body, I'll just tell our listeners out there, it's a supplement and apparel company. Go check it out. If you check out this man's feed at Shallow King, you'll probably see the products there. What's the best product you guys have on the site?
Well, we started off with our fat burners. It's called Eliminator X. That's something that I use every day. It's really good. I mean, one thing I want to tell you guys, diet is really important. I'm not going to tell you take a supplement. It's going to be magic for you. It's part of a science, but not all supplements are created equally. And this is something I had I had my hands on this because I didn't want to represent anything that I didn't use and that I didn't like. So I don't want to sell garbage to people. So this is something that I use that I like. But like I said, you got to have a consistent workout regimen. You have to have a good diet. And the product will definitely help you if you add it to that. So, I mean, I take the pre-workout, I take the protein. I take everything that they have, I use it. And they're coming out with a lot of other cool items. Like they just released headphones, which are the first headphones for working out, and they were going to release some shoes. So they're like basically a lifestyle fitness brand. And like I said, I don't put my name on something that I don't use or I don't believe in. So
well, we're going to be getting into one TJ Dillashaw in a bit because that was what sort of started this whole thing. But what separates you from? Because I know he's a sponsored athlete for Muscle Farm. What separates this from some of the other products out there on the market?
Yeah, so like Muscle Farm was they're a pretty big company as far as distribution. So like for us, like with Rock Hard Body, we don't do like major distribution like that. We choose not to do that because we like to, be more a part of the brand. If there's someone has a problem with it, we like to take care of it. We wouldn't want to sell, like Muscle Farm sells a product to GNC. So say someone has some type of problem with the product at GNC, and GNC might just, not treat that customer properly like how we would want to treat them. So like we try to keep it more like a family type environment and not have all that mass distribution. Just we do all of our direct to consumer online. And we're a complete different type of company, and they're more of a supplement brand. We're a lifestyle brand, so we're producing all types of items in the fitness regimen. So there's no company like Rock Hard Body out there because nobody's making all these different types of items.
All right. I think when it comes to a lot of the supplement companies, I think some people are hesitant because not everyone is very, shall we say, honest about what's actually in the product. And then you have all these things, these chemicals that they have on there, like L-carnitine. Like, what is that? Is that a necessary component for workout supplements? Is that important? What does that do?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's something that comes from, you can get that from food source, from, meat and stuff. So a lot of this stuff, man, you can get your vitamins from just eating properly. Like I said, the supplements are about 10 to 20% of it. Like I said, I'm being honest. These motherfuckers aren't going to come and tell you that. They're going to tell you that take the pill, you're going to look like fucking an animal. That's nothing. Even if you take steroids, man, I can give you fucking steroid injections. If you don't work out right, you don't eat right, it's going to give you the opposite effect. You're going to get fat and you're going to get fucking just bad results from it. So it's like I said, it's all part of the science. And if somebody tells you that take this supplement and you're gonna look good, or you're gonna get buff, or you're gonna get shredded, that's who you stay away from. You can't trust those people. So.
Real talk. Have you ever taken roids yourself?
I'll be honest, I have done it, like maybe just experimented when I was younger. I stopped, pretty quickly after that, just because I didn't like, the feelings. It was this, it makes you, like when you get off of it, then you just want to get back on, and it's kind of dangerous because that could fuck your body up. You can look at like Vitor Belfort, like for someone to look like that and get off, that's called abuse. And that would be something, that's why I never wanted to get into it, because I saw a lot of people that were doing it that would get hooked. And I knew people that died, believe it or not, from it because they were doing it. So I don't believe in steroids. I think you can naturally achieve your goals with a proper diet and consistent workout regimen.
Yeah, I think that just PEDs in general, it's a very interesting subject. I love that you brought up Vitor, because he's become a meme now. Because you saw how shredded he was, 4 or 5 years ago when he was on this stuff, and then you see him now and he looks like a normal person, and people call him a dad bod Vitor, and his performance dropped too. He started losing a lot more.
Exactly. And let me tell you another thing. It's really mental as well. So when you're on it, some guys think when they get on it, they're like mentally unstoppable. And the second they get off, they're like, oh, fuck, I'm not on it. And for me, I see that with him. He's mentally fucked right now because he can't use it. Because that's unbelievable. For somebody, like, go look at him in 2013 to now, it's like, whoa. Like, what the fuck happened? Like, it looks like a 15-20 year difference in like 3 years. It's insane. But to me, that's a mental fuck up. Trust me, 100%. It's a mental thing.
Athletes that use performance enhancing drugs, and then the organizations that sort of have this outrage for people that use performance enhancing drugs. How much do you think that that's just for show? Because it seems like especially in your world of bodybuilding, nobody cares about the people that are, doing the natural. All the big money are the guys that are on the roids, and they don't even hide it. They're very upfront about the fact that they use steroids, and they're the guys that make the most money. They're the guys that look ginormous.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what it is with the MMA world, or just sports in general. I believe everyone gets like more about towards baseball, maybe MMA. I haven't heard it towards football or basketball, but I don't know. It's weird. It's like, let's just say it's up front, and let everyone do whatever they want, and let the best man win. I don't think if you're on steroids, it makes you like fucking Superman. If like for example, how to fight, you shouldn't be afraid that they're gonna be it's helping them a little bit. But like I said, at the end of the day, it's like everyone acts like it's making Incredible Hulk or something. So I don't know what it is with the public conception on why they are so against it, but I think if everyone was up front, no one would be cheating. Everyone would know, okay, this is happening. And I bet you anything, a lot of the guys that would be roiding are going to lose still. So I don't think it, like I said, it helps them, but you can still do it naturally. I mean, that's my belief.
Yeah, there's a skill too. I mean, everyone wants to say, oh, Barry Bonds was on steroids, but look, I could take all the steroids in the world. I couldn't hit a baseball the way he can. I mean, there's still a skill involved.
Well, you're an intelligent man. I agree with that 100%.
We have docs like Luke Thomas. He said something like the UFC, when they do USADA, that's really to kind of protect themselves in case like a fighter,
Exactly.
And it's just like, oh no, we tested them, and it's more of like they're just protecting themselves legally. They don't really care. And right. I mean, it does sound like a lot of these guys, they find ways around it. They find ways around it. And it's not like we can't test every single athlete every single day. We just don't have the resources to do that.
And I think it's not fair to the fighters. I think a lot of them, they're not going to come over there and start bitching. But trust me, I don't think they're happy with waking up early in the morning and getting surprise fucking tests done. I'm talking about the clean people. Even if they're clean, that would be annoying. Like, they're getting tested every day. Also, yeah, there's a cost matter involved. It's like, let's just be straight up, because there's still people that are going to lie. Trust me. Everyone's looking for a loophole to fucking cheat. So there'll be some fucking cheaters out there finding a way to cheat, and still all this shit's being done, and they're still going to get away with it, But if everyone was up front, hey, or whatever, like, if you guys want to use it, just at least say up front you're using it. You're a bitch if you use it and they say, we're going to let you use it, but be up front. And if you lie, then you're a bitch. Then you need to be banned. They should do it like that. Say, tell us straight up if you're using it. That's it. And then so the other guy knows he's on it. You want to fight him? And then it's up to him if he wants to fight or not. I just think if everything was like straight, clear cut like that, we wouldn't have any problem.
You should be a promoter. You should open up your own MMA promotion for people that are on performance-enhancing drugs. Just be upfront about it.
I will do that. We'll see what happens. I mean, right now this guy has taken over the last month of my life, and I'm ready to close this chapter, and let's see what happens after that.
Well, you're obviously a fan of MMA. If you look at your social media, you post about the UFC a lot. Who is your favorite fighter right now?
Current fighters, I would say St. Pierre, maybe Connor. Those are the two guys probably enjoy watching.
You're into working out and stuff like that. You don't necessarily train for combat sports, but you do some boxing. How much experience do you have in boxing?
Yeah, I've been boxing since I was a little kid. My dad was big guy. He was big into martial arts, and he was big into like teaching me how to fight. So from a young age, I was always working on my striking, and I kind of did it as a hobby. And like I said, I have a lot of hobbies, man. I want to follow my dad's footsteps at one time, get into acting. Things happened in my life. I couldn't do that. I had an interest in getting into fighting. I looked into it. The money was horrible. Like, man, I was making over 6 figures at 21, working my own business. The fighters were like making that time, but like in 500 and 500, just like ridiculous, amounts of money for an amateur fighter. And I understand that's the way it is, but I didn't have to do that, so I didn't do it. But yeah, so when this thing happened with this guy, I jumped on the opportunity because these motherfuckers don't know. Just because you're not in the UFC doesn't mean you know how to fight. Yes, if I fought him in a ultimate entertainment competition, he has a good chance of beating me. But we're gonna fight man to man, no rounds, no minutes. Yeah, he has no chance.
So let's get right into it. I gotta ask like a quick question. No rounds, no minutes. Like, how are you guys gonna be wearing gloves? MMA gloves, boxing gloves? What's up?
Okay, well, to me, when he says come out, let's fight. To me, a fight is, there's no gloves, there's no rounds, just man to man. We know, you don't go hit someone in the balls, you don't eye gouge, don't do cheap shit. Just fight. When you fight somebody, it's either they're going to get knocked out or they're going to tap out, and that's how the fight ends. Someone has to say, uncle. That's the only way you're going to win the fight. So, to me, that's what a fight is. If he says, come inside, let's put gloves on, I got Herb Dean over here, we're going to put the clock on, we can do that. If he wants to fight like that, I'll do it. But I thought he said we're going to fight. So in my definition of fighting, that's a fight, not a competition with judges and referees and fucking state athletic commissions and all that. So that's what I thought we were going to do. But I'm down for whatever. So it's not like I'm going to say, oh, no, I don't want to do that. I'll do it. If he wants to play his game, I'll play his game.
Let's unpack this a bit, and then I want to hear your perspective on it. This all started, you were actually coming to TJ Dillashaw's defense on social media. You said some things, and then Cody responded with an address and then an offer to buy you a plane ticket. So, and then what happened from there? How did it become this?
Okay, yeah, let me clarify the story. So first I want to say something. I understand, like, the fans and anybody, like, I would hate some guy who's coming into our world and he says he's going to fuck up a champion. But that's not exactly what happened. What happened was he was talking shit to TJ. I wanted to express my opinion to him. So I sent him a tweet, okay, so TJ wanted to get another fight because he pulled out of the fight. And then he's talking shit to him. Why are you trying to pull out of the fight? Wait for me. Okay, well, are you going to pay his purse? Because he's losing out on money right now. He wants to get some money. He wants to get paid, and he'll fight you after. It's not like he's running away from you. You pull out of the fight. So I just had a problem with that. So I sent him a tweet and said, hey, man, go heal up your back. Stop talking shit. And he tweeted me back, oh, you got bitch tits, which, he's intimidated because I have pecs and he has like a little 5-year-old body and he tattooed it all to cover it up. So he's calling me bitch tits, this and that, and insulting me. So I told him, I said, hey, you wouldn't say that shit to me in person, you little bitch. And then he went through to send his address and said, let me know if you want me to buy your plane ticket. And then I sent him a tweet back with my purchased plane ticket and said, you don't have to buy it, motherfucker. I'm coming. You can't doubt my manhood. He thought he was going to punk me. He thought he was going to say that and I wasn't going to say shit. And he was going to look like the tough guy. Nah. So he made the biggest mistake of his life. Because the second I tweeted him that, he's been quiet ever since. Because he knows he fucked up.
Well, this June 25th, we have Matthew Klein Kattar versus Cody Garbrandt in Sacramento, live on what now? How are you guys showing this fight?
It's going to be on CleanGG.com, and we're charging $9.95 just because we have some production costs. But I understand if you guys don't want to pay for it, we'll post it for free after. This is just for the people that want to see it live. And like I said, I just want to clarify it again. I'm not trying to bully the guy. He called me out. If he told me I don't want to fight you or I can't fight you, then I would just drop it. But you can't call me out and try to doubt my manhood. I'm going to show up and it's done. I'm not going to fucking be trying to bully him after that or call him out. If we fight, if he can somehow beat me, I'll get up, I'll shake his hand. I don't see that happening. But when I knock him out, I'll shake his hand. If he doesn't show up, I'll take the victory. Whatever it is, it's going to be done on the 25th, and we'll see what happens after. I'll see, what we're going to do. It's been interesting the last month. We got some options out there, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, obviously, this has garnered a wide range of opinions. I definitely don't understand the idea that people that think that you're bullying him. I think that's a really funny thing to say, that somebody could be bullying a guy that's a professional fighter. So.
Yeah, and one more thing. These people are trying to say, I guess there's been some people out there in the past who have been, called trolls, who are doing these things online. I'm not a troll. He called me out. I'm going to show up. A troll is if I go fucking talk shit on everyone and I'm going to go over there and talk shit to him on the internet and I don't show up. If I'm showing up like a man, which he invited me to show up, I'm just defending my manhood. So there's no trolling here. I'm not going to be talking shit to people. That's not my style. I'm a positive person and I don't like negativity. But if somebody calls me out, they're going to get it. I got to teach. I'm one of a kind. I'm a different animal. I'm the last person you want to call out. I don't know. It was fate because, I don't know. It was just weird because this guy has some bad karma or something coming his way, because I'm telling you, I'm the last man on the planet you want to say that shit to.
Now, during this entire process, have you reached out to TJ Dillashaw at all?
Yeah, in the beginning, I actually... they reached out to me and they wanted me to come out and train with them. They're like, hey, you want to come out, get some rounds in? And they're in Colorado, so I didn't really have time because it's been about a month. So like the 25th, the date that I picked, I was looking at the calendar. I was like, all right, let's get some time here to allow him to be prepared for that day and, get some buzz around it. And so there wasn't really enough time, but yeah, I would, maybe in the future, I will go train with them in Colorado, but I didn't have time to do it this time.
Man, I don't even know. I mean, you could probably pick his brain from a fighting standpoint. I think he could maybe pick your brain a bit from just a marketing standpoint, the ability to sell yourself. TJ, I think he strikes a lot of fans as a bit vanilla. So, and then his reputation took a big hit with the whole Dilla Snake thing, and
Yeah, the problem with these guys is, man, they're not being themselves. All you have to do is be yourself. Like, this is not an act. I am the way I am now. If you know me, people that know me in real, that are my friends in the real world, they know I'm like that. So you got to be yourself, and your own personality should shine where people will be interested in you. So the thing is, they shy away too much. You know, they're getting scared to go on social media. They're getting scared of the haters. Like, to me, you talk shit all you want. I have 900 people talking shit every day. Doesn't affect me one bit. I laugh at it. So to me, it's funny because my confidence can never be touched by a bunch of retards on the internet. So.
Well, I think it comes with the territory. Anytime someone has a strong personality and they put themselves out there, you're going to get some haters. Now, you said you don't consider yourself a troll. You say you're a positive person. I don't know you personally. I'm going to take your word for it. But just from social media and what you put out there, you do sort of embrace that heel role a little bit. I would say it's something kind of like WWE. I mean, I've seen you post things like you say your opinion, then like hashtag bad guy. You've compared yourself to Scarface, and you've taken some, shall we say, unsavory, unpopular stances. I think you were one of the few people that said that War Machine, his sentence was a little bit too punitive. So you do put yourself out there. I mean, do you understand how someone might interpret what you're doing as trolling?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the thing is, a troll, to me, a troll, in my opinion, is somebody that goes and talks shit and they don't believe what they're saying. I've stood behind everything that I've said, and I've defended everything that I said. And yeah, I am the heel. Believe it or not, I am the heel. But the thing is, I keep it real 24/7. I'm not like these fake motherfuckers coming out there and saying, yeah, man, I did it for the kid. I gave my belt for the kid. This is bullshit. He's trying to get PR. Like, come on, man. This is fake. Keep it 100. I keep it 100 all the time. And yeah, I did say something about the War Machine. I still stand behind it. I said the guy deserved punishment. He doesn't deserve to have his life taken away. He didn't fucking, that's just my opinion. He didn't kill her. And it's crazy because I've been in relationships like that where I can relate to, where I didn't go beat her up like that, but I'm saying this girls try to get you in that position, and if he had a problem and she knew it, she was trying to goad him into getting aggressive and doing that. So that's why I express myself like that. No man should beat up a woman. That's not what I said. I said she goaded him in. He shouldn't be getting that type of punishment for it. And it's like, it's not right that she's not getting any type of blame. Dude, trust me, when you date hot chicks, they do crazy shit like that. Believe it or not, they're fucking sick, and that bitch was sick. And I know what happened. I'm one of the few people that knows what truly happened, and it sucks, But yeah, so I mean, I keep it real. If people don't like it, that's fine. But I'm gonna be me. I try to inspire people at the same time. I'm telling people, live a good life, work out. You could be good. I did a promo the other day. I don't know if you saw it. I told my fans, you guys don't have to look like me. You don't have to have a body like me to be a winner. You have to wake up every morning and strive to be better than you were yesterday. That's what makes a winner. To go on social media, talk shit on people, that's different. I'm not talking shit. I'm expressing my opinion about topics and whatever people ask me about. And if I was a bitch, if I was a troll, I wouldn't be showing up. I wouldn't be paying for a plane ticket, flying to some other dude's fucking gym to show him I'm not a fucking bitch. So I don't know what else you guys want me to do, but I'm keeping it real all the time. Like I said, I'm not worried. If people want to hate me, that's fine. I want you to either hate me or love me. If you have no opinion on me, then I'm not doing my job right. I need to express myself enough for you to have a strong opinion either way.
I love that you brought that up. We're going to get back to that in a second, because I think that is sort of what comes with the territory when it comes to promotion. No amount of attention is bad attention. It still helps you promote your brand, even if you have haters or people that love you. And I do respect the fact that you embrace the heel role. I will respectfully disagree with you on the War Machine issue, but let's face the facts a little bit. Let's get into it. You are a very talented self-promoter. I saw the street fight video that you posted, I think earlier this month, in preparation for this showdown with Cody Garbrandt. Now, that looked fake.
Uh-huh. Well, this is the thing. I went, if it's fake, then the gym's fake too. Everything about MMA is fake. So the thing is, I went to a local gym out here, an MMA gym, and I was in the parking lot in the middle of the day. I didn't go at night. I didn't go on a weekend. I went on a weekday in the middle of the day filming it, and I said, the next guy that comes up to this gym, I'm going to fight him. And I was there for a minute, and I saw the guy, picked out the guy. He was down to fight. We were about to fight. Then suddenly, just like pussies do, just like guys that join gangs do, that they don't want to fight one-on-one, they saw one of their buddies got the fight. A bunch of guys come out of the gym, come inside. Why don't you come inside? We'll do it inside. Why? I'm like, why do you want me to come inside? The dude's right here. He wants to fight. He's agreed to fight. He wasn't pushing to go inside. He was kind of excited in a way, because they're like, well, what is this? We're filming it. And I think he was nervous at the same time. And so, we dealt with the gym idiots there. And then we went out to fight. And he, like I said, he was excited, nervous at the same time. And it was just an easy, quick knockout. He just came right in my face, and I threw my strong right hook, and he went out. So it was like, yeah, I don't know. Everyone wants to say it's fake. So what's going to happen if I go on to 25th and I knock Garbrandt out? Are they going to say it's fake? It's fixed too? I mean, if I was scared or I'm fake, I'm not going to have the balls to go show up for a real fight. So because I am fighting, that's what I do. And now everybody's coming out of the woodwork. They want to fight me. You got to bring something to the table to fight me. Everyone wants to say Garbrandt's the UFC champ. Who are you? Man, I'm big in my fucking world. So I got a fucking name too and reputation. So it goes both ways.
I guess my point when it comes to the video looking fake, and this just comes to everything that you, like the career that you've built for yourself, and then this past month, this whole thing with Cody Garbrandt, it does appear that this is a bit of a character that you are playing, which makes sense in the context of you building your brand on social media. But when it comes to this, and in particular with the thing with Cody Garbrandt, how much of this is a character that you are playing?
Dude, I'm telling you, it's not a character. I just had some fun with it, made some promo videos to call them out, and nothing different than the Ultimate Entertainment Championship does. But that's me. It's not a character. If you want to come down to Vegas, we'll hang out. Hey, I'm not kidding you, man. I love all you guys. After Sunday, I'm gonna have a fucking after party. I'm gonna have it in Vegas at a club. Anybody that wants to come out can come out. Everyone, and you guys can see me. You can hang out with me. You can see how I act in public, how I am, and you'll see it's not an act. I am this motherfucker. I'm a fucking very unique individual, and it's 100% me. It's authentic. Like I said, I had fun with the promo videos, but I'm not acting. I'm not doing any type of character, nothing like that.
Well, I've no doubt that your pride in what you're saying and your belief in that is true. Once again, I will say your ability to promote I think that's a skill, and it's a skill that is valuable. If you look at the UFC right now, you see the UFC management. It's really, they're trying to push their fighters to be able to do what you're doing. Get attention, like push themselves to get out there and get the fans excited. You've managed to get fans excited. Whether they love you or they hate you, you did manage to get some buzz behind this. So my next question is, after this fight and then after your big party in Vegas, how far are you going to be pursuing this MMA thing?
Well, I have had preliminary discussions with Bellator. Actually did give me an offer right in the beginning when this started taking off, but they told me they didn't want me to do the Garbrandt thing. They said just drop that and let's talk about getting a deal in place. And believe it or not, this is 100% true. They went and signed fucking that fat black guy, and he didn't even know how to throw a punch. So they're interested in getting people that can create some type of buzz. And I told them, no, I cannot do that. I'm not trying to be a fucking MMA fighter. This is not what I do. The thing is, somebody called me out, and if I go and sign with you guys and I don't fight him, I'm gonna look like a bitch. and I don't want to bitch. I don't give a fuck about money. I make money. I have money. I have a nice house. I have nice cars. I got all that. This is about pride. This is about reputation. I'm a man of legacy. My father left me a great legacy. I'm going to leave my son a great legacy, and I don't want to be known as a bitch for my grandsons and my family down the line. I want to say them to be proud. Our fucking dad, our grandfather, our great grandfather, they were fucking men. And but if something happens here and I knock him out, Dana White follows me on Twitter. You guys can go check his Twitter. He follows me. If something happens, something big, and he shows up, he gets the knockout, I give him the knockout, then I will entertain the discussion. But I need to get paid, and it needs to make sense. That's the only way I'm gonna do it. I'm not in this fucking game to be fucking fighting on some BS show or some prelim cards or whatever. It needs to make sense, and you need to pay me. So I will look at all the options. Right now, I'm just focused on the 25th. If he wants to, come and get his knockout, I'll be there. He called me out. I'm not doing anything wrong. So we'll see what happens. What I would like in my fantasy world, I fight him, I knock him out, and UFC waits for Mayweather and McGregor, and I fight Conor after that. That's what I would like, because me and Conor could probably sell 10 to 20 million pay-per-view, because it would be something people would want to watch, especially after I knock out Garbrandt. All the fans are going to switch sides and be like, all right, this guy is the real deal. He's not talking out of his ass.
Well, you just mentioned that Bellator reached out to you, offered you a contract. They got a big card coming up this weekend in New York. Now, I know you are a fan of Chael Sonnen. Are you going to be catching that fight between him and Wanderlei?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a little disappointed in Chael on his last fight, the Tito fight. And but yeah, I mean, I'm interested. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna have to walk. I don't know. I might have to miss it, because I'm gonna be leaving Sunday morning. So I don't know. I'll probably be going to bed early, but I'll definitely DVR it and watch it when I get back.
That's right, because you got a.
They kind of fucked up on this whole fight. I didn't know there were so many fights going on. There's never fights on a Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, their fight on Saturday, the Bellators, and then Sunday there's a UFC fight. So if I could have redid it, I would have picked a different weekend. But I didn't. I wanted to do it before 4th of July because I usually do something big out here in Vegas. But yeah, so the timing kind of sucks. But can't reschedule it now. It's too late. So.
Yeah, and you're serious about this. Not only did you get your plane ticket, you got your camera crew ready to go. So.
Yeah, everyone's ready to go. So yeah, there's nothing on my side that's gonna delay it. So.
All right. Well, we're gonna get to a segment. It's called the speed round. I'm just gonna ask you a couple quick questions. Would you rather fight 1,000 spiders or one cat-sized spider?
One cat-sized spider.
Really, that would be very scary. All right. What is your favorite type of music?
Hip hop, rap.
Okay. What is the dumbest way that you've ever been injured?
Dumbest way I've ever been injured. Honestly, I don't know. I've never been injured. The worst injury I ever had was playing basketball. I rolled my ankle and it was like big, fat, and purple. I mean, that was the dumbest one, but never really got injured.
Okay. Who is your favorite literary character?
God, I don't know. I don't have a...
Okay. Who is the best bodybuilder of all time?
Me.
No love for...
You gotta know the answer to that one.
For sure. I figured there was a good chance. All right. Where do you go for your workout advice? I mean, we like Bro Science and bodybuilding.com.
Well, now I kind of, you're always learning, I'll read, random articles. But at the beginning, someone that, inspired me would be, Arnold. I used to, watch his documentaries, and, I liked his work ethic. So, it's really work ethic and, just being committed to it. That's the one thing I've learned, you know. And you got to be mentally strong in the fitness world.
All right, and you have to be honest with me on this one. Do you ever skip leg day?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I fucking hate legs. I tell you guys, man, I keep it real all the time. I fucking hate doing legs. When I go to the gym with my girl, she motivates me. Her legs are fucking huge. Go look at her page. Her fucking legs are probably double mine. So, yeah, no, I skip leg day all the time, and I hate it, and I should probably be doing it more, but to focus on my upper body. And yeah, I think I feel kind of gay if I do the legs, and I would feel like I'm going to start showing them off more, and I don't want to be one of those type of guys. So then I'm not motivated to do them. So.
All right, fair enough.
But you got to respect my honesties.
Oh yeah. I don't think you're the only one. I think a lot of guys skip leg days. All right, what is your spirit animal?
Lion.
And last one, I got to ask you, McGregor versus Mayweather. What are your thoughts on this?
I like it. I mean, it's kind of the same thing of what's going on here. It's two people from complete different sports. Yes, they both are in combat, but boxing and MMA striking are completely two different things. And just like striking in a street fight and MMA is completely two different things. So I'm interested in it, but everyone's counting out Conor, but I really like his determination. He has the balls. He's kind of like me, you know. He's not afraid, and I gotta respect him for that. And that's why I like him, just because of that fact. And I think he has a chance to win. Believe it or not, I know it sounds crazy, but he has a chance to win. So I hope he wins. I'll get my win, and let's do it up. Let's see who the best in the world is.
Yeah, kind of playing your role a little bit going into Mayweather's world. You, of course, bodybuilder. You've said that this is kind of like a bodybuilder versus MMA thing. McGregor Mayweather, you got the MMA versus boxing thing. I'll tell you what, I am super excited about just the pre-fight, the press conferences. His trash talking game is on a completely different level. I think Mayweather's going to have to watch out. I know Mayweather, he's going to have the edge in the ring, but the build-up, the trash talking, man, McGregor's really going to have an edge there.
Oh, yeah, I am excited for that, too. I'll definitely be watching that. Yeah, I mean, see, it's all about excitement. It's part of the show. That's why they're doing these things. It makes money. People don't want to see two dull guys, even if they have 100-0 record. They come out and they don't say anything. They don't talk. No one's invested. No one's emotionally invested in that. Nobody wants to see that. People want to see. They want to see authentic shit. See, you said something about Chael earlier. Chael's kind of becoming, honestly, a little bit of a joke. No, like, not saying anything bad about him personally, but he's becoming a joke, his character, because he used to be authentic. Like, it felt real, like when he was doing the thing with Anderson, like this guy doesn't like him. And now it's like, seems to me it's an act. Like, he's overly, now that's WWE. Like, he's coming out like with these one-liners, and it doesn't just seem real to me anymore. That's the only thing. Just people need to keep it real. You don't have to be like, there are people like me or like, that have these strong personalities. That's just naturally who we are, and that's who I am. So you don't have to be like me. If you're a funny guy, go be a funny guy. Show your funny side. Be who you are. I'm telling you, people will be interested in you. Just show who the fuck you are. Show your personality. That's what these guys don't get. They go in there, they're shying away from the camera, and they just coming in with the straight yes/no answers, and nobody wants to hear that cookie cutter shit.
Yeah, the thing with Chael, and you have to respect his career as a martial artist. He'll probably remembered more as a talker than a walker when it's all said and done. But yeah. I agree with you. I think it suits him better. He's kind of a funny guy, and his podcast is doing so well. I think he's actually better at that, honestly.
Yeah, no, I liked his podcast. I've listened to his podcast a bunch of times. So, he's a cool guy. Like I said, in the beginning, I think he was really good at it. Like when he was doing the Anderson thing, I thought man, those are some good ass fucking promos he was cutting on it. And he just had a little bit more fire in him. I don't know if it was because he was fighting for the belt, you know, but I don't know, it's been a little bit different. But yeah, no, he's a good guy. He's a good person. I respect him also. He's a family man. And yeah, so no, I respect all these guys. You know, I'm not over here shitting on these guys. I respect all of them. I'm a fan of it. It's good entertainment. And but I just want to teach this guy a lesson that you can't just go call people out on the internet and you think you're gonna punk them because you're in the, you know, fighting for this company and I'm not. So don't get it twisted.
All right, Matt. We're gonna wrap this up. I just want to say there are not too many guys that would pick a fight with a professional fighter, much less a UFC champion. So, I mean, props, my man. I have to tell you the truth. I sort of had him, you know, I envisioned this conversation with you going a certain way, and it's been a lot different than what I was expecting. You're pretty cool, man. For all of our listeners out there, if you don't follow this guy, follow him at Shallow King. I'm gonna be putting his information down below, so check him out. Matt, we wish you all the best this Sunday, and thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, absolutely, man. If you're ever out in Vegas, you give me a call. You got my number. I'll take you out. You'll see I'm the real deal. I am who I say I am. And you guys can hate me or love me, just have an opinion, and I'm happy. So, yeah, thanks, bro. We'll talk.
All right, man. I might have to take you up on that if I'm ever out in Vegas.
All right, sounds good. I'm 100% saying it's not bullshit. You hit me up, you're out here.
We want to thank Matt once again for coming on to the show. That was a real interesting one. You know, the guy has a weird authenticity to him. I liken it to Nick Young in the NBA, Mr. Swaggy P himself. Never saw a shot he didn't like. Mr. Irrational Confidence. And if anything else, the world is made more entertaining because of them. If you have anything to say to us, sound off in the comments section below. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. You can follow me at FaceTheFacts22. And for the latest and greatest in all things BBYK, why don't you hit that subscribe button? And until next time, we are the Bros, you know.